coming into that child's pose. You can take a closed knee child's pose or a wide knees child's pose, whatever feels good for you and your body this morning. Trying to just reach your hands in front of you, relaxing your forehead down on the mat. And begin to connect with the breath. Maybe closing down the eyes. Maybe gently rolling your forehead side to side. Beginning to breathe in and out through the nose. Conscious, controlled, calming breath. And as we move through today's practice, I'd like you to just bring to the idea to your mind to release anything that isn't serving you. Sometimes I think when I say detox, people think, oh, get rid of toxins, and that's true. But also to get rid of any negativity, any worries, any cyclical thoughts. Becoming present in your practice is the best way to alleviate all those things. Focusing on the now. Let's take a deep inhale together, filling your lungs nice and full. Hold that breath at the top. And then open the mouth and let it out. Let's gently walk our hands over to the right side. So stay in your child's pose, just getting a relaxed side body stretch here, maybe even letting your rib cage rest on that right thigh so that we get a good, nice long stretch along the left side body. And then walk your hands through center, walk them all the way over towards the left. Same thing, maybe your left rib cage gently rests on that left thigh. Stretching out your right side body. And we'll come all the way back to center. Let's switch around coming into our Siddhasana. I do want to do a tiny bit of breath work before we get going, but it's a more intense one. We've done this before. Sorry, I'm just fixing my yoga pants here. So this is cleanse and activate. You're going to make little mitts with your hands. And on your inhale, we're going to reach. Well, actually, let's start. So both hands are up. On your inhale, your right is going to drop. And on your exhale, your left is going to drop. When you do it, give your chest. So this area right here is really good at releasing or detoxing. So if you give it a little bump, not like a bang, but just a little bump, it's going to help your arm come back up. So let's begin, but let's take a deep inhale together. Exhale, let it out. And then inhale right, exhale left with a ch. Feel free to close the eyes if you want and just be inside your body. This is my favorite one to watch, even though I only do it just for a moment because everybody looks like a little bug on my screen. So just keep going, using that intention of detoxifying. Remember that these kriyas are meant to bring you right here, right now, to intensify the purpose. So intensifying this detox. I know your shoulders are burning right now because mine are. So just keep going. "30 more seconds. We've got this. Three, two, One, release your hands into your lap. Keep your eyes closed. Take a deep inhale in. Release the breath through the nose. Notice how your body feels, how your energy feels. And then slowly blink open your eyes. Ooh, I love that one. Okay, let's come into our tabletop. Oh, my feet were sweating. Stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Let's begin with some cats and cows. Inhale, drop the belly, begin to lift the gaze, pressing into the palm. See if you can flick that tailbone up. And then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, gaze back at the thighs. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, nice and slow. Maybe move slower than you want, slower, when you're watching something and you're like, come on, just say it like that, a little slower. Then exhale, round the spine, nice and slow. Last one, inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, round the spine. Come into your neutral tabletop, and let's just take any sort of intuitive movement that your body might need. Being vertical for hopefully 8 hours, sometimes makes my low back kind of crunchy. So just any chest circles, maybe side to side, cat and cow, maybe just wiggles. It's okay, whatever feels good. Moving your body in a way that maybe you don't normally do in the rest of the day. And we'll come back to that neutral tabletop. Gently begin to walk your hands forward, coming into our puppy pose. So dropping the chest down, keeping your hips elevated. Maybe your chin comes down to the mat. Maybe your forehead comes down to the mat. Maybe you come back and forth. Just really trying to open that top or inner part of your shoulder. Come back to the breath and unclench your jaw. 3 more breaths here. And on your next inhale, see if you can lift your chest, walk your hands, not all the way underneath your shoulder, just to the top of your mat. And we're going to slowly lower our chest down. Send your left arm out to a T, and then gently roll over onto the left side of your shoulder, stacking that right foot on top of the left. Coming in, so now really opening where your chest muscle, your pectoral muscle, connects to your shoulder bone. If you need a little bit more here, bend that right leg and just drop it back behind you like you're kind of doing a half back bend. It'll put a little more pressure on the inner part of that shoulder. And just breathe here. And slowly come back to the belly, nice and slow, and we'll switch. So your right arm comes out to a T, and then gently roll onto that right shoulder, stacking your left foot on top of the right. Rest your head on the mat. You can help prop yourself up with your left hand. And if you feel like you need a little bit more here, do the same thing. Bend that left knee and then drop the foot back behind you. Maybe just toeing the line here, taking it to where it feels a little uncomfortable, but that you also feel nice and good and supported when you're laying on the ground. Great job. On your next exhale, slowly come all the way back onto the belly. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, and let's come back up into our tabletop. We're going to begin our core engagement. So shifting your weight into that left hand, reach your right hand up in front of you. And then when you feel steady, reach that left leg. So engaging the core, thinking belly button to spine. And then we're going to do those pulses. So reach your thumb and your heel up towards the sky. And we're going to pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slowly release your hand and then your knee. Let's take a big dancing lion, big chest circle, going one way and then the other way. Coming back to that neutral tabletop, shift your weight into your right hand, reach your left hand up in front of you. And then when you feel steady, reaching that right leg. So flexing the toes, pointing the thumb up towards the sky, engage your core, 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release, dancing lion. Maybe you start with the opposite direction. I don't know if I did, I just said that. And coming back to that neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes. Let's send our hips up and back. Downward facing dog. We're going to take a good 10 breaths here. So take a few moments to first pedal out your feet, stretching your hamstrings or your low calves. And then settle in, relaxing your head, pressing into your palms so that your shoulders gently move away from your ears. Bending the knees as much as you need to elongate that low spine. Unclench your jaw and then find your breath. If Ujjayi breath is in your practice, let's begin our Ujjayi, creating a small constriction in the back of your throat, creating an audible ocean-like sound. Three more breaths. Maybe each exhale, just letting go a little bit more, maybe a little bit more of that tension in your body. And on your next inhale, slowly shift your gaze up in between your hands, bend your knees, and gently walk your feet all the way up towards the top of the mat. Hang your body here nice and heavy, forward fold, Uttanasana. Maybe take a little ragdoll. And then slowly come back to center, release your hands and gently roll all the way up. Coming all the way up into our mountain pose, standing nice and tall. Roll your shoulder blades back. Roll your shoulder blades forward. Inhale, sweep your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms out. Open your chest, lift your chin. Inhale, reach back up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Let's take a vinyasa. So hop, step or jump back to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Feels nice to bring a little movement in. Let's begin to warm up our hips. So on your next inhale, shift your weight into your left foot, sweep your right leg up back behind you, keeping those hips nice and square. Once again, let's flex our toes, heel pointing towards the ceiling. Let's do 5 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On your next exhale, bend that right knee, draw it forward, give your right tricep a tap. Inhale, extend the right leg back out behind you. Exhale, knee to nose in the center, round the spine. Inhale, send that leg back. Exhale, drop forward, give your left tricep a tap. Inhale, extend it out. Good job. This time on your next exhale, bend the knee, step it all the way forward, but step it on the outside of that right palm. Drop your left knee down, coming into your low lizard lunge. So let's just take a moment here. This can feel spicy or crunchy, maybe all of the above. Maybe just gently swaying side to side, finding your breath. And then shift your weight into that left hand. We're going to slowly, only if it feels good, begin to open up that right leg. So as long as your knee and your ankle stays in a line and your foot peels onto the pinky edge, that's what we're looking for. And you can put a little bit of pressure into that right thigh, beginning to open up the right shoulder towards the sky. If it doesn't feel good, don't do this. You can stay in lizard lunge. And then slowly come back to center. Let's heel toe that right foot back in a line and come into a low lunge here. So planting the foot and then with our hands around the foot, see if you can sink low, but then begin to try and lift your chest. So working on the straight spine, finding a little depth here. And then exhale, slowly begin to straighten that right leg. Woo. Coming into our half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. And gently maybe wag your tail. Sometimes that helps my hamstring warm up a little bit. So once again, trying to find a little bit of length in your spine before you fold. Finding your breath. We're going to do something a little funky, but trust me, we can do this, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to turn to the side of our mat. So I want you to pivot those right toes forward, pivoting it around on your left knee so that we can come into our gate pose. Good job. Coming all the way up. I want you to slide that right hand down the right leg, left arm up, opening the left shoulder. And then on our exhale, we're going to reach that left hand all the way down to the mat and reach your right hand up and over, kind of like an extended or modified side plank. And exhale, drop that right hand down, come all the way through center, planting both hands, and then gently rock forward and back. If you want to come down onto your forearms, you can do that too. And then slowly come all the way back up, or if you were on your hands, and we're going to sweep your right hand forward, right toes pivot forward. Come back into your half splits. See if you can find a little more depth here. Inhale, bend into that right knee, plant your left hand, sweep your right hand up towards the sky, open up your right shoulder, and then let's do some arm circles. So 3 forwards, and 3 backwards. Oops, I did the opposite of what I said. And then let's end reaching back towards that left foot. See if you can pick up the toes. You can stay right here. If you've got the space, grab a hold of those toes, begin to bend deeper into the right knee, squeezing the heel towards the glute. Keep this twist going, trying to really open up that right shoulder. See if you can gaze up towards the sky. And exhale, slowly release, sweeping the right hand forward. Tuck those left toes, straighten the left leg, step your right foot back. Let's take a vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Feeling free to modify your vinyasas whichever way you need to. I need a little bit of breath in your down dog. And on your next inhale, sweep the left leg up towards the sky. And then flex the toes, pressing into the palms. Let's do 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your exhale, bend the knee, draw it forward. Give your left tricep a tap. Inhale, send the leg back. Exhale, bend the knee, come forward in the middle, knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, come forward. Give your left or your right tricep a tap. Inhale, extend it out. And then exhale, draw that knee forward, step it on the outside of your left hand, dropping your right knee down, low lizard lunge. So just spending a little time here. If you've got the space to come down onto your forearms, go ahead. I'm just not there yet, especially not today. And that's okay. Maybe wiggling side to side, doing whatever you feel, it feels good for you. Just remember, this is your practice. So I always want to see you doing the things that feel good for you. And then we're going to slowly shift our weight into that right palm, and then just gently begin to open up that left knee. Knee in line with the ankle, coming on to that pinky edge, opening up the left shoulder. See if you can gaze up. If not, that's okay, don't push it. And then slowly come back to center, heel toe that left foot back in line with your hip, framing the foot with your hands. And let's go ahead, ooh, hello, little microphone. Same thing, so sinking nice and low into the hip, trying to straighten the spine. So you should feel this really acutely here, maybe a little bit in your right hip flexor. See if you can lift your gaze, Nice straight spine. And then exhale, slowly straighten that left leg. Take a moment here, wiggle it out, maybe forward and backwards, a little dynamic movement to warm up that hamstring. And then find your stillness. Once again, trying to straighten, like literally in my mind, I'm like straighten and then fold. I think the thing is, especially with flexibility, is over time, those little conscious efforts add up big. That's what gets you a little bit farther, a little bit straighter. Finding your breath here. And then we're going to go ahead and do that funky thing. So pivot your left toes towards the right side of your mat. I'm gonna flip so I can see you. Coming into our gate pose. So left toes point forward. We're gonna slide the left hand all the way down. Right hand comes up and over. See if you can open up that right shoulder. Lift your gaze, find your breath. And then exhale, right hand comes all the way down, excuse me. Left arm comes up and over. Modified side plank, same thing. Press your left shoulder open. And then exhale, sweep that left hand down, coming all the way to center, planting your hands or your forearms, and just gently rock side to side here. Coming back to the breath. Noticing if this feels any different, good or bad. And then inhale, slowly press back into your palms, lifting your chest. Continue that sweep, sweeping your left hand around. I guess I'm just gonna face this way. And let's come right back into a low lunge here. Planting your left hand, sweep your right hand up towards the sky, opening up that right shoulder. And then let's do our arm circles. So 3 forwards, maybe 3 backwards. And then end reaching back behind you. See if you can pick up those right toes. If you can make contact, make contact. Really stretching that quad. See if you can bend a little deeper into that left leg. Open the shoulder. Hold it here. And then exhale, slowly release, sweeping that left hand forward, tuck the right toes, straighten the right leg, step your left foot back, take your vinyasa flow. I'll meet you in your downward facing dog. Nice, good work. Take a breath here. Maybe shake out your head. Things should feel nice and juicy. On your next inhale, shift your gaze up in between your hands, bend your knees, step, walk, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root through the feet. Sweep your arms all the way up towards the sky, high mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's move through some twisty warrior series, and then we'll slow it down. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky, gaze up. Exhale, cactus the arms out, open the chest. Inhale, reach back up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step, hop, or jump back to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, sweep your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, step it forward. Come up strong into your high crescent lunge. Reaching your hands up towards the sky, hips are square. Settle in. On your next exhale, hands come to heart center. We're gonna twist over towards the right side, hooking your left elbow on the outside of that right thigh. Right elbow shoots up towards the sky. See if you can press into the left elbow. Press into the palm so you can open your chest cavity just a little bit more. Finding your breath. And then on your next inhale, I want you to lift your chest, stay twisted, stay facing the right side. And then open your arms up nice and wide, reaching that right arm back behind you. On your next inhale, drop your right hand down to the left back thigh. reaching your left hand up towards the sky. Revolved warrior. Inhale, reach your right hand up. We're gonna come into eagle arms. So dropping your left arm underneath your right, bringing your palms to touch. See if you can take a mini back bend here. A little bit of balance. And then on your exhale, we're gonna drop our arms down right in between or right on the inner part of that right thigh, coming into a twisted arm, humble warrior. Left leg is nice and straight. Good job. Slowly come all the way up. Release your arms. We're gonna reach that left hand forward so we can come into a revolved Ardha Chandrasana. So shoot yourself forward, left shoulder over your left wrist. Reach your right hand up towards the sky. Keeping that left heel up towards the sky. Lift, lift, lift. Twist, twist, twist. Hold. And then slowly bend that left knee. Let's bring it right behind that right thigh. And you can drop your right hand, sorry, drop your right hand. And we're gonna do these little curtsy crunches, okay? So 5, 4, 3, good job, 2, 1. When you come right back up, we're gonna reach your hands a little bit farther underneath you to come into your standing splits. So dropping your chest a little bit lower, left leg goes up a little higher, crown of the head reaches towards the toes, hold it here, press, 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 press. And then exhale, release the foot, forward fold. Ragdoll slowly side to side. And slowly release your hands down to the mat, root through the feet, sweep your hands all the way up, high mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms out, open the chest. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step, hop, or jump back to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, inhale, sweep that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, step it through. Come up strong, crescent lunge. Inhaling, arms up towards the sky. Hips are square. Exhale, hands come to heart center, twist over towards the left, hook that right elbow on the outer part of the left thigh, straighten the right leg, press into the palms, open the chest, intensify the twist. See if you can open the left shoulder a little bit more. Hold. Inhale, slowly lift the chest, stay twisted, open the arms nice and wide, reaching that left arm back behind you, good job. Exhale, drop the left arm to the right thigh. Right arm comes up and over. You might feel it really, like I feel a pinch right there. Inhale, sweep those hands back up towards the sky. This time right over the left. Eagle arms. Take a little back bend. Keep that left knee bent. Find your stability. Exhale, slowly drop those elbows. Coming down into your humble warrior. Hold here. Good job. Inhale, lift the hands, come all the way back up. Release the hands, sweep them up towards the sky. On your exhale, coming forward, right hand underneath your shoulder. Extending the right leg out back behind you. Left arm up towards the sky. Revolved Ardha Chandrasana. Good job. Flex the toes. See if you can gaze up. And on your next exhale, slowly begin to rise up. Did I do this? Maybe. Oh no, let's drop our hands, sorry, and do standing splits. Reaching that right leg up back behind you. Maybe that's my next sequence. I'm mushing them together. Reach, 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 reach. You got this. So let this feel like the splits. Really stretch it. This is what strengthens because you're pushing. Push, push, push. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release. Forward fold. Woo. Sway side to side. Good job. On your next inhale, slowly, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root through the feet. Sweep your arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Standing at the top of our mat, we're going to inhale, shift your weight into your right foot, and begin to scoop that left knee up towards your chest. Okay, finding some balance here. Palms face up, flex the toes. On your exhale, we're going to send that left leg back, coming into our warrior three, but just for a moment. You can bring your hands to heart center or let the arms sweep back behind you, whatever feels good. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Bend into the right knee. Slowly release the left foot. Nice and controlled, warrior two. Good job, everybody. Let's spend a moment here, feeling this in my hips. All right, so bending into that right knee. Maybe let's do some little bobs. That feels good. And then sink a little lower and hold. Gazing over your right hand. On your next inhale, flip that right palm, scoop it forward, and then reverse your warrior, keeping that right knee right where it is. On your exhale, sweeping that right hand all the way down to the mat or forearm to the thigh, wherever you're at for extended side angle. Bending more into that right knee, open up the shoulder, hold it here. Inhale, come all the way up into your reverse warrior. Hold, finding your strength. And inhale, slowly begin to straighten that right leg. Revolve, triangle. Exhale, sweeping your right hand down. Let's come into Trikonasana, right hand to the shin or all the way down to the mat. Scooching those hips forward, pressing the left shoulder open. Great job. On your next inhale, we're going to come into a revolved triangle, dropping that left hand right where your right hand is, and then seeing if you can reach your right hand up towards the sky. Opening up the shoulders, lots of twists. I feel like twists, like in my mind, when I think about detoxing, it's like wringing a rag, getting all of that stuff out. And exhale, slowly switch. Right hand goes down, left hand goes up. Inhale, engage your core. Way back up. Pivot those right toes around. Coming into Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Hinging from the hips, leading with the chest. Dive down, flat back as long as you can. And then release your head down. Using your hands on your ankles, or maybe walking them back behind you, you choose. We're gonna do this one more time on the other side. So pick one variation this time, another the next time. Really trying to elongate the spine. Shift your weight so it's evenly distributed between the ball and the heel of your feet. Pull, pull, pull. Inhale, root through the feet. Begin to lift the gaze, flat back, arms come out. Engage your core. Come all the way back up. Inhale, pivot those right toes forward, sink down, warrior two, a little lower. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step your right foot back, take your vinyasa flow. I'll meet you in your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, shift your gaze up in between your hands, bend your knees, step walk, hopper jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root through the feet, sweep your arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, shift your weight into your left leg, scoop up that right knee. Finding your balance. Little wobbly on this side, that's okay. When you're ready, begin to send that right leg back behind you. Hands can come to the chest, or they can soar back behind you, coming into our warrior three. Woo. If you wobble out, wobble in, that's okay. Hold, find your drishti. And when you're ready, slowly, whoop, Not controlled on this side for me. Let's come into our warrior two. Sink down. Maybe let's do little bobs. I liked that on the other side. Settling in, warming up your hip, and then find your depth. Gaze over that left hand. Inhale, flip your palm, scoop it forward, reverse your warrior. And on your next exhale, sweep that left hand down, either forearm to the thigh or hand to the mat. Reach your right arm up and over, sink down. Good job. Try and open up the right shoulder. Good job. Inhale, come all the way back up, reverse your warrior. Keep that left knee bent just for a moment more. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Woo. And then exhale, sweep your left hand down. Oops, I got to shorten my stance a little bit. That's okay. Left hand to the mat, to the shin, triangle pose, Trikonasana. So trying to keep your arms in a line, scooch the hips forward. Great job. Breathe here. I feel like I remember when this pose used to be really hard. So now it feels easier. On your next exhale, let's swap hands. So right hand goes where your left is. See if you can reach the left hand up towards the sky. Whew. Noticing the difference between right and left. Left doesn't want to twist as much. That's okay. And slowly switch. The left hand comes back. Right hand comes up. Get a slight micro bend in the knee. Inhale, engage the core. Come all the way up. Left toes pivot forward. Coming into our wide-legged forward fold. Exhale, dive forward. Nice and slow, flat back. And then take an opposite variation of whatever you did last time. So maybe this time you walk your hands back, or maybe they're just underneath your head, trying to really press your hip bones up towards the sky. Come back to the breath. With each inhale, trying to lengthen the spine. Each exhale, go a little bit deeper. Use your breath. Inhale, slowly shift your gaze. Coming all the way back to center. Arms come out nice and wide. Lift your chest. Good job. Maybe shorten your stance just a little bit. Let's come into our Skandasana, side lunges. So maybe try with no hands at first. We'll see. Maybe we'll get there. Bending into the right knee. See if you can flex those left toes. Maybe adjust yourself. I always like to do this. See where you have to go to get that heel to the ground, your right heel. I have to put my hand way back behind me. And then hands can come to heart center. Inhale, stay nice and low, go over towards the left. Straighten that right leg. Same thing. Where do you have to put your hands to make the heel go down? Hands to heart center. And let's move here. You can use your hands like Spidey hands. You can try no hands. Doing a little bit of dynamic movement here, a little bit of mobility flow. Good job. Let's do one more on each side. And then we'll come back into center. See if you can come all the way up into our horse pose, shortening your stance maybe a little bit. Exhale, sink down nice and low and hold. Feeling nice and strong. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come all the way up. Heel toe your feet all the way in. And let's come into our eagle pose. Okay, last little detox. Shift your weight into your right leg. Inhale, sweep your hands up above head. Exhale, as they come down, right over the left. So right arm on top, palms come to touch. Slowly begin to wrap that left leg around your right leg. Bending into the right knee. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, sink down nice and low. Find your focus. See if you can reach those arms up a little higher. Sink down a little lower, hold. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, straighten. Release everything out. Shake it out. Good job. Shift your weight into the left leg. Sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale as they come down, left on top of right. Palms try to come to touch. Try. Slowly begin to wrap the right leg around the left. And then bring everything back to center. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, sink it down. Set your drishti, your focus. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, sink down lower. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slowly come up. Shake it out. Good job, everybody. All right, we're gonna make it down onto our mats. Grab a drink of water, and then go ahead and just come sit down. All right. Let's come into a seated forward fold first. Extending your legs out nice and long in front of you. Flexing those toes, rocking the legs back into your hip bone or hip sockets. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, lead with a flat back. Start there. And then go ahead and round the spine. Arms come out, maybe grabbing the bottoms of your feet. And you can keep this active or keep it passive, whatever feels good in your body or in your practice at this moment. Just honor that. Giving yourself what you need emotionally, energetically. 3 more breaths. Inhale, slowly come all the way up. We are going to do a twist, but before we do, let's come into the like cradle fire log. I don't even know. I don't know what it's called, but we're going to cradle our legs. So bring your right knee in the crook of that right elbow. See if you can bring the bottom of your foot into the crook of your other elbow. It's okay if it looks funny. See if you can clasp your hands, sitting up tall, flexing the toes, and just gently cradle this here. This is kind of like a pigeon variation, but a little different. And then slowly release and we'll switch. So right leg down, left foot comes into the crook of that right elbow, left knee into the left elbow. See if you can sit up nice and tall. And just cradle that. Good job. And slowly release. Let's extend both our legs out in front of us. Hop your right leg over the left. We're going to sweep our right hand back behind us. So you can either hug this knee in to really help your twist. You can hook the arm on the back side, whatever feels good for you. You need to really lengthen the spine. Twist and gaze over that right shoulder. Twist a little bit more. And slowly release. Let's switch. Right leg out. Left leg hops over, reaching your left arm back behind you. Same thing. You can hug the left thigh into your chest while you twist. Or if you'd like to drop the elbow on the outside, it does the same thing. Just kind of props that other shoulder up. But it doesn't matter. Whatever feels good for you. So twist and hold. Lengthening your spine. Continue to twist. And exhale, slowly release. Let's come sitting, well, you might be sitting forward onto our mats, coming into our boat pose, rocking back on those sit bones. Let's come into our half boat. We're gonna do a couple hollow holds for variation. So from here, we're gonna exhale and hold, coming out nice and long. Inhale, come up to half boat. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Hover and hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release it down. Good job. Hug those knees up into your chest. Give yourself a little hug here. Gently rock side to side. Feels so nice. And slowly release your left leg out nice and long in front of you. Clasp onto your shin or the back of your right thigh with your hands. Inhale, squeeze that right knee up towards your chest. Get a little compression. And then exhale, gently guide that left knee over towards, right knee over towards the left. Right arm comes out to a T. Take a full body twist here. Maybe close down the eyes. Inhale, slowly guide that right knee back to center. And we'll switch. Left knee comes up, grab a hold of the shin or the back of the thigh. Gently squeeze that left thigh up towards your chest. And exhale, slowly guide that left knee over towards the right side. Left arm comes out to a T. Full body twist here. Try and keep your left shoulder firmly planted on the mat. Left knee is reaching towards the ground. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Let's give ourselves one more little hug here. Gently rock side to side. And then let's extend our feet up towards the sky. Coming into our happy baby, grab a hold of the soles of the feet, press down so that your low spine, your sacrum sinks down to the earth. And then open those feet nice and wide. You can gently rock here if that feels good. You can stay still if that feels good. Just beginning to slow everything down. When you're ready, gently release your feet, extending your legs out nice and long in front of you. Before we fully enter our Savasana, let's place our right hand over our belly, left hand over the heart. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, fill your lungs nice and full. Hold that breath. And then open your mouth and let it go. As we enter Savasana, feel free to keep your hands on your body, or if you'd like to release them down beside you, palms face up, go ahead and do that. Give yourself a gentle sway side to side, moving your hips and your shoulders. Last little bits of removing residual tension. Come into stillness. Unclench your jaw. Unfurrow your eyebrows. Soften your body. Soften your face. Let your tongue gently peel away from the roof of your mouth. Savasana. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Bring a little life and movement back into your body. Take a big stretch, get nice and long, reaching through your fingers, reaching through your toes. And then exhale, gently roll over onto your left side body this morning, honoring that inner feminine energy, the steady strength, the fierce fire. And whenever you're ready, gently come back to your comfy, easy seat, taking it nice and slow. Eyes are closed. We'll bring our hands to heart center. Just as you go through today, maybe bring that intention of letting things go, detoxing your spirit, detoxing your body. Thank you all for joining me this morning for such a nice practice. Namaste.